Hi folks, time for another travel tip today. And today I want to talk to you a bit about SeatGuru.com. That's SeatGuru.com. This site is specifically designed to help you in choosing a seat on board an aircraft. They have a database of 567 seat maps, which cover 82 airlines. Now, what is a seat map? A seat map is simply a graphical representation of the interior of an aircraft. And on the right-hand side here, you can see they have a seat map key. And based on a color code, you can find a good seat, a mixed review seat, a poor seat, seats with power ports. And you can also find out the location of the galley, the lavatory, and the closet if you want to be closer or farther away from them. Now, how does it work? Well, simply, once you book your flight, you know what airline you're flying on. You go over to the left-hand side of this screen, and the airlines are all in alphabetical order. What you do is, let's say, for example, we're going to take American Airlines. So that's covered in the first one, Airlines A to B. I open up that window, and I scroll down until I find American Airlines. Once we have American Airlines, we click on that. Another window will open up, and you'll see over on the left-hand side, under American Airlines, we have aircraft types. Now, how do you determine your aircraft type? Well, once you've made your booking, or once you know the airline flight number and the day and itinerary, you can either phone the airline and get the aircraft type from them, or from your travel agent, or from the online itinerary that's shown on a screen on some of the online sites like Orbitz and Expedia. Let's say, for example, we're going to travel on a Boeing 767-300. We scroll down until we find the Boeing 767-300, sometimes referred to as a 763. Often these aircraft types will be abbreviated to a three-digit number, 76 being the 767 series and 3 being the 300 model. So let's pick that one, and you'll see another screen open up. This screen will give us our graphical representation of the aircraft. On the left-hand side, we're going to see the row numbers on the aircraft. On the right-hand side, we're going to see the type of service being offered. And then in the center of the aircraft, you're going to see seats color-coded to the seat map key. Where green is a good seat, you'll find some of those over here. Where yellow is some drawbacks to those seats. And red, of course, seats that you want to avoid. So let's just take a look at row 13 for an example, because it is red and you want to avoid those seats. As you hover over the seats in the row, another window opens up giving you comments from the database about that particular seat. In this case, seats 13A through J have some limitations, not because it's row 13, but because they're reported to feel a little bit cramped. They don't have a full recline, and this row is misaligned with the windows, so you're going to have to lean farther forward or lean back to get some type of view out the window. And in addition, space underneath seats B, E, and H are limited due to the presence of equipment. Now, if you're carrying a lot of onboard carry-on, you're not going to have any place to store it really under the seat. So that's an important thing to know, and one of the reasons you want to avoid these seats. Also, if you look directly behind row 13, you'll see that there are two lavatories and the galleys. Now, that's not good for people who don't like a lot of traffic. So let's take a look, though, at a good seat, which would be green. And if we go right behind those galleys, you'll find that in row 17, there's some green seats. Now, what's really interesting about these seats is that they're used by the crew as crew rests on flights longer than, say, 8 hours. And that means they've got extra recline, extra leg room, and they have some footrests. And there's also an LCD screen on the bulkhead wall directly in front of these seats. So you get some information to tell you why you should select a particular seat or what's detrimental in selecting that particular seat. And that's how simple it is. You just find the airline that you're going to go on, find the aircraft type you're going to go on, select that aircraft type, Hover over the seats, read what they have to say about them, and then when you make your seat selection, either directly with the airline or through your travel agent, or in the 24-hour online advanced check-in that most airlines have, you can pick the right seat with a great deal of knowledge, just like you're an expert traveler. Hope you've had fun with this. Remember to practice random acts of travel, and I'll be back soon with another travel tip.